for, yes, I want to share my screen now, believing that you're here seeing me. So Mr. AD, please tell me if you're seeing my screen, please. Okay, not yet. Okay. I don't know if you can see it now.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yes.
All right, you can see it now. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, what can you see there? The next big thing. The next big thing. A lot of people tell me about the next big thing, but at the end of the day, you see that by the time you go to see the next big thing, it's supposed to be the next small thing to you. But to them, it's actually the next big thing. But now, what about our own? How big is it? Don't worry yourself. Fasten your seatbelt, balance well, give us your ears, take your biro, and jot some things down. You can also take up your phone, your tablet, your system, Google, and make some research, if possible, so that you can check if what I was telling you is really the truth, because the world is a global village, and if you come before the public and start lying, you're not doing yourself any good, because it's just a tap away to get the right information. So the next big thing about what, as I told you before, about cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrency? Digital assets. Digital assets. So I'm going straight to what we have today. We are starting with the movement of cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, in the last 10 years, last decade or thereabouts. Starting from when? 2010. Starting from 2010. Let's just see this. See. So what can we see here? Look at it. You can see the price of Bitcoin as at when? 2010 down to 2021. We have the low price, we have the high price. We have the low price. Please, the co-host, please do well to admit some people so that they will not be blocking my screen. Thank you very much for the good work you're doing. So you can see that here at 2010, price of Bitcoin was less than 2 cents, 0.010, less than 2 cents, about 1 cent. You can see that. That is the low price of it. Now, the high price of it was about 50 cents. Do you see how it grew? Remember, the theme of this webinar is hypergrowth. Hypergrowth. How do you mean? Exponential growth, a growth that is not moving like a staircase, but a growth that moves like a rocket. The rocket can move from ground floor to the moon. So that is what we want to show you now. That is how it is, hypergrowth. So you can see from 1 cent to 50 cents. Looks like not really interesting, it's not Martin. Now let's move ahead again, 2011, from 29 cents to 31.9 cents. Now let's move forward a little to 2017. From $755, now it's becoming interesting. From $755, that is a lower price, to what level again? To $20,000. Friends, let's look at this to confirm the hyper growth we're talking about. Hello, let's just look at it. From $755 to 20,000. How many X? Remember, this was not up to $1,000, and we're here at $20,000. This is 2017, from January to December. In fact, it was actually more than 20,000, December 2017. So this is about over 20x, in less than a year or thereabout, the movement of cryptocurrency. Can you imagine when you have $1,000 by January, and by December, the $1,000 you kept somewhere has given you or has risen to $20,000. What growth will you call that? Is that not hyper growth? Okay, let's just move forward a little again. Look at this, 2018, a year after, from $3,000 to $17,000. Now, 2019 from $3,000 again, that is low price, to $13,000. Meanwhile, it's still moving. Now we have from, let's say 2021, from $28,000 to $67,000 US dollars. Then some of us might not really understand exactly what we mean here until you understand the value of dollars and the difference with the currency you're using right now. If you're not using dollar, you need to make the comparison. If you're using dollar, you also need to make the comparison, the growth. You know that you have $28,000 as a January or February, or let's say January, February, by April, that's 4 months interval, $28,000 have risen to 67,000 US dollars. How will you see that? Is that a hyper growth? That is it. That can only happen in crypto space. This is why we told you that your dream is possible, and this is a hyper growth, and this is exponential growth. Yes, but the question is, are people making this money? Yes, people are making it, but outside crypto, people can make it, are making it. What can they do to make it? Extra work, a lot of work. Some persons, after making the money, they break down. But they'll tell you a whole lot of efforts, you know, activities they put in to make this money. But here, what kind of effort do you need to put in? Sometimes you just need to press, delete, send, copy, paste, open, finish. Just what you need here is the right information and right knowledge. And that is what we're about to tell you today. Yes, this is the growth of Bitcoin in the last 10 years or thereabout. So what is the difference? People have been making this money with less effort, while some persons are just watching without even knowing what's going on. So that is why it is said that you may know what is happening, but you may not know what is going on. So today we're going to show you what is happening in the crypto space and what is going on in people's life, so that you become part of people that know what is happening and what is going on. If you know you want to know what is happening and what is going on, let me also see you chat on the chat area. Put another 333. Let me hear you. Write it 333. Let's move. We are really super excited. We are very happy and excited this evening from here to show you what is happening and what is going on. So we are writing on now. We are moving to the next slide to tell you what we have. You know, what is cryptocurrency all about? Bitcoin precisely is not about taking your money from your country. It's not about taking your money from your country. Rather, it is about what? About taking your country from your money. It's not about taking your money out of your country. It's about taking your country out of your money. How do you mean that? So people are making that kind of money. Why? Because they're in control of their finances. There's no central bank of any country that's in charge that will, you know, take charges and give you the remaining. No, you're in charge of your finances. You're in charge of your fund, and whatever profit that comes, you get it without anybody that didn't work with you to enjoy it. So let's also move forward to show you why Bitcoin. Apart from being in charge of your finances, you're also being careful not to be affected by inflation. Not just inflation. Today, what we're experiencing in most countries is hyperinflation. Yes, hyperinflation. How do you mean by hyperinflation? Those of us in Africa, in Nigeria, in any part of the world, you agree with me that virtually everything now is, the price of everything is doubling. Yes, the price of things are doubling. Why? Because the value of things, commodities are going higher. Yes. So you see that the money you have at hand, your fiat currency, is losing its value. All the currencies of the world, they are losing its value compared to the value what they're supposed to get. That is why here we have an example of dollars, US dollars. As at 1998, what $20 can buy for you cannot be the same thing in 2005, cannot be the same in 2014, can never be the same in 2017. And for 2025, $20 may be out of the way. But only use it to buy, what will I say? Maybe something to leak. You understand? Not something that will be very valuable. Any currency you have today is happening. But look at this, look at the opposite here. In Bitcoin precisely, when it had already been in people started accepting it 2011. You see that the value was very low compared to dollar, less than $1 or thereabout. And for you to use it to buy anything, you buy as low as. In fact, we have a story of somebody who purchased pizza with about 10,000 Bitcoin. Can you imagine that pizza, ordinary pizza, somebody used as big as 10,000 Bitcoin. One Bitcoin this year, April, was $67,000. Which pizza will you eat? Will you enjoy with $67,000? In my country, Nigeria, that is over 30 million Nigerian naira. Which pizza you will eat with one, let alone eating with 10,000 units? Because of the value then. So today, look at something that was very low that you can use to buy just only for bread. 2013, you can buy plenty things. Now, by 2017, that is when we saw $20,000. And 2021, which is the year where we are now, we saw April precisely 67,000 US dollars. That is huge. That is huge. That is to tell you that why the other one is facing inflation, this is facing deflection. So the world is moving from analog to digital at this time. So the world is moving from analog to digital. And if you're not moving alongside with them, you'll be missing out. Yes, you'll be missing out big time, because what we have is huge. It's very, very huge. Very, very huge. So now we are moving forward to the next thing we have here. Moving forward to the next thing we have, which is this information about cryptocurrency. Yes, we have companies of the world, institutions adopting cryptocurrency. It is called institutional adoption. Institutional adoption. You can see that a company called Deloitte, in 2020, they now venture into cryptocurrency. Look at it. Let me just read it. The one telling example of these companies is MicroStrategy. If somebody is writing on my wall, please, can the person stop the person that is writing on my page? Please. The one telling example is MicroStrategy Incorporation, which announced last December that it had made more than $1 billion in total Bitcoin purchases in 2020. That's last year. A move that is characterized as an investment that will provide the opportunity for better returns and preserve the value of our capital over time compared to holding cash. Holding cash. Why some persons are still struggling, trying to hold cash, I'm telling you, even though the world is moving, I'm not interested in this. Those people that we are sending our money are already moving. Remember, money flows where there is more value. So where there is more value, that is where money will flow. So it is better for us to look at where the world is moving right now and move with them and take advantage of it, so that we'll buy the future while it is cheap. We have many other corporations. We have many other corporations. You can see this website here, global website. You can log in and check. We're talking about BlackRock. BlackRock, world largest assets, BlackRock. What do? They had to invest in Bitcoin futures as BlackRock. How much? $7.8 trillion. Friends, did you hear that? $7.8 trillion. But this is over $7.8 trillion. We have $7.81 trillion under management. So what happened? The firm has filed with the US Security and Exchange Commission, it is said, for two of its funds to invest in Bitcoin futures. BlackRock gets in Bitcoin. That is the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock. That is the news. Check it out. We have the website here, news, Bitcoin, bitcoin.com/BlackRock, Bitcoin futures and all that. Just go there and you can see a whole lot. So what are we doing? We are telling you why cryptocurrency, why Bitcoin, and a whole lot of other. They have a lot of cryptocurrencies. We're only telling you using Bitcoin as an example, because there are a lot of others which are going to show you and show you how you can maximize this space and make a whole lot of profit, as we said, hyper growth, hyper growth. Yes, this is one. We also have many others. We have JP Morgan, one of the biggest banks in the UK, New York precisely. Yes, you can see that JP Morgan has signed up over 425 banks. We have their name, including George Bank, Mexico's Bernard. Why are they signing them? They are to use ETLink, that is blockchain network, to speed up internet transactions. Why? Because the technology will eventually help banks issue fewer paper checks and move more transactions online. I always like to ask the question, how many of us counted 1 million naira? If you're in Nigeria here, how many of you counted 1 million naira last 1 week, last 2 weeks, last 3 weeks? You counted it with your hands. Okay, how many of you counted 5 million, 20 million with your hand and give to your third party or give to the next person? If I ask this question, you see that almost virtually everybody around me will say no. What happened? They prefer electronic transfer than counting, because nobody wants to touch physical cash again and do transfer, or you do it wiring, whichever, or use ATM card, or whichever way you think is more convenient than physical cash. So the best or better way right now is in crypto space. So the transaction is much easier, faster, and better. So companies, banks are adopting it with speed. We have Visa, Forbes, a whole lot of them are going in. So now, what the experts are saying about blockchain. So if you're not an expert, if you're, what would I call it, the amateur, or somebody who is just trying to, little guy, so to say, middle class, please don't just depend on your own thinking. Look at what the experts are saying. Let's listen to one of them, one of the experts. Let's see his response, what he's saying about cryptocurrency. Look at him. What's his name? Ali Baba, one of the richest men in China. He said something like, blockchain will fundamentally change financial system in the next 10 to 15 years. A blockchain technology will be applied in many areas because it is about trust. Please take note of this: trust, credit, security, the security of data, and the privacy of data. Sincerely, people want security now. People want trust, people want speed and credibility. So now it's telling you that blockchain has all this in store. So because of that, they are already changing the financial system already. So when he said 10 to 15 years, he made a statement some years ago, and it's happening now. It's happening. In fact, cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is the new internet, and nobody can stop it because it has started. You can't stop internet, you can't stop blockchain technology. In fact, the more you're trying to stop it, the more it's becoming popular, the more you're even losing more. So the earlier, the better. Let's look at this. People who think that, this is not for me, because that's how they used to say, before you know it, it's going to phase out. Look at this. This statement was made Tuesday, December 5th, 2000, about 21 years ago, or just about. What was the statement? Here he said, internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. It was captured on the newspaper. The internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. How? What is the statement? What is the meaning of this? That when the internet came up, people were like crazy, will internet and all, I want to connect www.google.com. Some people said, wow, it will not work, forget it. What happened? What is happening now? Do you know that because of this statement and a lot of statements like this, many of us, we are just consumers of the internet. We take our money, give to them. We just have only either Google, Gmail, or email, Yahoo Mail. That is just it, Facebook and all that. We just have maybe an account, finished. Meanwhile, there's those who are shareholders, co-owners, co-founders, founders, who are making billions from the internet. Facebook has the highest continent in the whole world. It's the highest continent. How many billions of persons are there? So today, anybody who's telling you that, or anybody who's trying to tell you that, you ask the person, where? Are you not seeing what is happening? Nobody can even say that. Now that is the internet. Do you have another opportunity? Yes. What is it? What is your own opinion right now about crypto and blockchain? We wish also that is how it used to be, that very soon everything will crash and the people will look for something else. Those people that say the internet must be a passing fad or maybe a passing fad, where are they today? There is no how they are not using the internet. In fact, anybody who is connected to this Zoom right now, you can't tell me that you're not using internet. It's not possible, except if we're connecting with water, which is not possible. So today, we have made a mistake. Now, are we going to repeat the mistake? There's a proverb, there's a Japanese proverb that says that the best time to plant a tree is 25 years ago, and the second best time is when? Now. Some of us have missed out before. Please, let us not miss out from this. Now we have seen what cryptocurrency is all about briefly. There are a lot of other information you can make research after now. This is basically what we have for you about cryptocurrency. Now, what we have a community, a system that can expose this to you in a structured manner where you can maximize and benefit very well from this. It's not just about telling you what it's all about and leaving you. What is that community called? Tonoit. Tonoit. The power of Tonoit. So we'll show you the power of Tonoit, what you need to know, some information you missed in the past, and how you should avoid missing them again. The first mistake might not be really mistake, but the major mistake is the second one that you make after knowing what to do, or seeing or hearing about the mistake. So Tonoit is everything. How? Let's show you this. Some of the cryptocurrency that have made move. But before then, I want to tell you what Tonoit is not. Tonoit is not an investment company. It's not. So if it's not an investment company where they'll tell you, come, bring all your money you have, give it to us as a community, as a company, go to sleep, we're giving you 2%, 10%, 0%, 100% every day, every week, every month. No, we don't do that way. Rather, we educate you on how to have super hyper growth on those cryptocurrency that can do 100x, 200x, 50x, 1000x, even 5000x in the shortest time. Maybe 1 year, 6 months, 2 years, 3 years, or thereabout. We're going to show you why this is possible. Since it's not an investment community or company, that means it's not also does not have a periodic returns. There's no return given to you. So you don't need a particular experience in order to excel here. So, and also to know it is not a get rich quick. When we say it's not a get rich quick scheme, it's not also a get rich slow scheme. Yes. Somebody might say, what are you talking about? Yes, you don't just come here and say, okay, I will have 1 million naira, I have $1,000, I have 1,000 euros. If I buy anything, if I give it to you, what are you giving me in the next few months? No, we don't talk like that. But you're going to see that even when you're in charge, that money can become anything massive in the shortest time. We're going to show you why we said so. You don't need to quit your job. So wherever you are, join us from now, even if you're working actively, you can still participate in what you have, and you can still make a whole lot of profit. How? I'm going to show you that. Look at some examples that we have. CoinGecko.com. You can check. I told you before, take your bio, take your papers, take whatever you have to take notes so that you can make research alongside with us as we're moving. You can take your tab now, your Android phone and all that, log into CoinGecko and check as of 3rd May 2021. Look at this. This is the history information we have. The coins we had as of that month was 7,997 CoinGecko. It's a website where you see some coins listed, legal coins listed there, and you see a lot of coins that can do well, and you want to know more too. So we have exchanges, about 475 exchanges there, and we also have things that you can get from Tonoit. First, fundamental, technical, community, and portfolio management. First, fundamental analysis. A lot of us who may not have access to crypto space, we have other field where we're, what we love, we're working, so we may not have time to look at everything critically. But then, Tonoit give us fundamental analysis, other information fundamental, because fundamental information is very key, it's very important. What about the technical aspect? We have that information too. What about community analysis? We have it here. What about portfolio management? Is here. What about life skill? For those of you who said, okay, I think I can learn this and keep it myself, that even if Tonoit is no longer there, I know I have empowered myself and I can use it anywhere in the world. Even though I'm inside the water, if I can connect to the internet, I'm good. Because you believe me that there's some phones, there's a mobile phone that works in water. They call it water resistant. So even if you're there under the sea, you can make profit. It's just as good as that. Yes. Apart from that, we have the mentorship. Mentorship is key. Believe you me that if you have a mentor, it shortens your journey to wealth. Mentorship shortens your journey to wealth. All those time you'll be using to do trial and error, a mentor will call you and say, see, stop doing this. Look at this, look at this. I made a mistake. I don't want you to repeat it. Do this, do this, do this. And before you know it, you're boom, you're at the top. And people will be clapping for you. What did you do? You climb on the shoulder of the champions and you see, I've been ahead of them. But those who said, no, I can do it myself, you keep reinventing the wheel, you end up doing trial and error. You see it at the age of 50, 60, 70. That is when you are now understand you've made a lot of mistakes and maybe too late to start from beginning. So what we're telling you that among everything today is giving, we'll give you mentorship, which is amazing. So who will tell us that they're not interested? No. All of us will be interested because if the mentors know what they're doing, honestly, we are good to go. Yes, we want to show you the current eco proper. This is the market cap as at then, that May it was $2.1 trillion. The volume was over $200 million. I will have the dominance of BTC for the 3%, for 3.9, while Ethereum is about 16%. Let's move forward to show you what we have. The big question now is, if I subscribe to tonoit today, how much do I need to change my financials for June in the shortest possible time? Take note of this question again. If I subscribe to tonoit today, how much do I need to change my financials for June in the shortest possible time? Well, I don't know what will be your answer. I don't need your answer. I don't want you to send it to me. Just answer yourself inside your mind. Guess. Let's see if your guess is right. I'll give you 10 seconds to guess, believing that you guess right. Now, what is your answer? The biggest answer is, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? $100. Or even less sometimes. $100 in Nigerian naira is about 50,000. I said the biggest answer is $100, which is about a little bit over 50,000 Nigerian naira today. So what is it telling you? We're telling you that you don't need too much money to start up your journey in terms of when you get information. If you're able to have access to the information, the money to start up is just a little money. But let me show you what 50,000 or less have become in the last 1 year, 2 years, or even less. Let's say 3 years or thereabouts. So, because some of you might say, forget it. How can you say 50,000 or $100? That is too small for me. Let us show you this. Let us show you this. Now, a trade call away. A trade call away. We have short-term trades for those of us that said, okay, I want to take some trades. We have intraday trade that's about medium. I also have long-term trade. Long-term trade. But we're going to focus more on long-term trade. So all the trade that comes in within tonoit, we're going to show you few of them. Something that has happened within a short time. I'm focusing more on long-term trade now. Let's give you an example of a call, a trade call that came. What happened? You are a call away from the life you so desire. Remember what I said before? I intentionally played that video, short video about Lesban. It said that your dream is possible despite where you're coming from. Despite what you're feeling now, where you are is not the problem, where you're going and your mindset right now. Because your mindset right now will determine where you go and where you'll be in the shortest time. But where you are is not, if that is not an issue. So what happened? What kind of call did you get? Let's look at it. We have Theta Network. Let's show you this. A call came March 13th, 2020, that you should buy Theta at 0.4 cents. That is 0.04 cents. That is 4 cents. How much is 4 cents? This is less than, in naira, it's a very small money. If you convert it into your own currency now, if you're not in Nigeria, you see that it's a very small money. If I can't just give somebody 4 cents, it's too small. What happened? Somebody used $100 to buy, which is in Nigeria, that's about 6,000, and that gave him 2,500 units. Yeah, 2,500 units. That's what the person got. Now let's move ahead. Somebody used $500. Here we have options. You say $100, $200, $500, $1,000. So we're using $100, $500, and $1,000. So when you use $500, I have 12,500 units, which is about $8,000 naira in Nigerian naira. $1,000 or 25,000 units, which is about 360,000 Nigerian naira. What happened when the sell date came? This one happened in my own eyes. I was there live. For 2020, I was here. Now look at it. Sell date, March 24, 2021. That's a few months from now. At $14.87. Remember, you bought at 4 cents and you're selling at $14. Now, for those that use $100 to buy, that is 12 months after, 1 year, how much did the $100 turn to? That is at 7,000 US dollars. First, can you calculate it? Can you convert it? At 7,000 US dollars. In Nigerian naira, that's about 18.5 million. I'm giving you 10 seconds to process. I decided to keep mute because some people I know they'll be processing it now. 18.5 million Nigerian naira. That's about 37,000 US dollars with $100. Now let's look at those that use $500 to purchase. How much do they get? $500 gave 185,000 US dollars. That's about 92.9 million. Those that use $1,000, how much do they get? 371,000 US dollars. Yes, in Nigerian naira, we're talking about 185.8 million Nigerian naira. Friends, how about that? I'm not going to dwell here. Let me move forward because of our time. The next is Theta fuel. Let's look at the buy date at the price where it was then, March 13, 2020, the same time at 0 point. Look at the zeros. We have about how many zeros? About 3 zeros more. You know, so all these 1, 2, 3 zeros after the first zero, cents. So you can imagine it's less than 1 cent. What happened? After 1 year, somebody that used $100 to buy, $500 to buy, $1,000 to buy, at sell date, which is June 9, 2021, how much do they get? That is by 68 cents. Now, 1 year after, that is when you sell. How much do they get? With $100, get 74,000 US dollars, which is 37 million Nigerian naira. With $500, that is about 374,000 US dollars, which is more than 7 million naira. With $1,000, we have 748,000 US dollars. This is close to $1 million. You know, it makes more sense when you enter $1 million. And in Nigeria, that's about 374 million. No, let's just calm down. That's we use $1,000 to purchase a particular crypto coin called Theta fuel last year. By this year, 1 year, we are having 748,000 US dollars. That's close to 400 million Nigerian naira. The question is, what did the person do? You know, that is the question. Do you see why we said hyper growth, exponential growth? What do you do? Nothing. The right information, the right knowledge, and the positioning yourself. That is amazing. That's amazing. Friends, sincerely, before they say that knowledge and information is power, but now it's no longer power alone, it's now the new currency. Knowledge and information is power and the new currency. By the time you know, you do better. If you know better, you do better. Few other possibilities in the space. Yes. What BNB? This one is crazy. Insane profit, insane gain. What happened? Binance coin. What was the coin? It was October 19, 2017. At what rate? 0.3 cents. That's 0.03 cents. Look at it. With that 6,000 naira, which is $100, with $500, which is 180,000 naira, with 360,000 naira, which is $1,000. With the unit, you get 3,000 units, 16,000 units, and 33,000 units. What are you going to get when you sell? May 3rd, 2021 at $677. 3 years, 7 months after, $100, which is 36,000 naira, gave you how many do we see here? 1 billion. Wow. 1,129,000,000 Nigerian naira. That is $2.2 million. Friends, can you convert that in your currency right now? If you get this, even though nobody knows you before, people will know you. No matter how you pretend to live a simple life, they will know you, and sincerely, you can never be broke again, except you really want to. What about those that use $500? $500 after 3 years gave $11,290,000. In Nigeria, that is over $5 billion. I don't want to call too much. Let's go to $1,000. That is over 22,580. That's $22,580,000. Sorry for that. Now, how much is there in Naira? 11,290,000,000. Honestly, we don't have any other proof to tell you that crypto space, I think, is the space that has given us unfair advantage. I must tell you that. Unfair advantage, a whole lot of people have become good millionaires genuinely with this. What happened? What is blockchain technology? Because a lot of people are migrating. So even if it's $1 that's appreciating, if $4 billion, if 4 billion people, purchase one cryptocurrency, that means even if $1, that is $4 billion. Assuming you are the early adopters, you're a billionaire. So you see that this is simple, just simple. It's like buying your shares, your stocks before. So everything is going to digital. Until you understand what's going on, honestly, what is happening is not enough for you and I. So we have the last one, Hex. These are a lot. A whole lot of us are holding this right now. But then some of us didn't get to know it early. Yes, look at this. It was called September 10. What happened? Look at it. September 10, last year, which is January 5th, 2020. People that purchased it with $100, with a $6,180, $500 and $360, $1,000. What happened? Sell date, September 9th, 2021. 1 year after, 1 year, 9 months, $100 become 1,787,000 million. Why $500 become 2 billion plus? Why $1,000 become 17 billion? In dollars, you have 16 million and 33 million dollars. This profit are crazy, positively crazy. Honestly, where else can you get this? When we say that we have the better way, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand. Honestly, a lot of people don't understand because, sincerely, some of us have given up on our dreams because we think that we've struggled, we've done a whole lot of things, we have failed. But then there's a better way. There's a better way. But do you know what? That better way is not going to be permanent. It's moving. It's moving. It's moving. Remember, you may snap with an aircraft now. If you snap with aircraft, if you don't get into the aircraft, you may never see that aircraft again for your life. It may leave here to UK and it may never come back if you go to another country. That you snap with the aircraft doesn't make any sense. What if you snap and enter inside, and when you come down, you snap again? That shows that you enjoy the aircraft. So you may see this and you say, hey, I'm waiting. By the time you get to $20,000, $100,000, $1 million, you may never have the money again. Let's be among the early adopters that will hold on and share our testimony soon. But then the question is there hope for us? Yes, there is hope. Because we just want to remind you again that in tonoit will give you some things. What do we give you? Quick reminder. That will give you here one, fundamental analysis to tell you where crypto is going, what is happening in the news, and the crypto space entirely, even blockchain technology. We also have technical information. We have community information, which our community is doing very well. Our portfolio management, tell you how to go about it. We have life skill that if you have it, nobody will take it away from you. And finally, we have mentorship. And that mentorship is amazing. Now, among all these things, what else do you need to know about tonoit? What about offerings? What about offerings on how to have access to these coins, know what to do, know how to take advantage of them, know when to hold them, when to sell them, and all that. For you to have that, look at our offerings. Find the services that suit you here. We have Pro Arcade, Moon Arcade, to build, Master Trade, and Trade House. If you're not, familiar with this word, don't worry yourself. Pro Arcade is about the coins you will buy that will do within maybe 1 year, 6 months. Amazing X can happen. In fact, if you hold them in 2 years, a whole lot of things will happen. They will give you 1,000x, like Tita did 28,000% within 1 year. You can hold a coin that can do 50,000%, 100,000% within 1 year and 2 years. Yes, that is your million naira. That is going to be like 8 million, 380 million, 280 million, even 1 billion, as you see today. So that is what ProArcade will give you. It's coins that you can hold and you will appreciate. And they'll give you information on when to hold them, when to get out, if you want to put stop loss and all that. Every Thursdays, you can join our meetings. We're going to join live webinars with chief data analysts in Australia and have many other people from across the world, the globe, that we're having live analysis, question and answer, interaction about all those coins. I also have Moonarcade. This is moon. Can I hear you say moon? Yes, moon, moon, moon. Moonarcade is the coin that will go from floor to the moon. I tell people that that is the coin that will get people from rag to riches. Yes, there are a lot of people who are struggling to feed right now. When I say struggling to feed, yes, I know what I'm saying. As you're struggling to feed, that is not the problem. The problem is, if you see opportunity, can you change your condition? Yes. Moonarcade is there to help you. Those coins that are known, project coin, pre-sale, IBOs, initial best offering, get them with little amount. Leave them for 1 year, leave them for 2 years. You will get generational wealth. In fact, you forget about bills. Bills become more obvious when we don't have much money to pay. But sometimes when you have enough money, you don't even see bills again. As they are coming your pay, sometimes you pay upfront. Those who are into crypto will understand what I'm saying. Yes, you pay upfront, like school fees and all that. You do a whole lot, a whole lot. But then we are here for you. So be it is about personal development and all that. We also have master trade. I'll give you on how to technical analysis, many others, and our trade house that will analyze trade for you. All these and many more are some of the products we have. We're going to break them down as we are moving. So the first one is LT that have been upgraded to ProArcade. Yes, ProArcade. Added features. Yes, what do we have here? What we have is sneak reports about top 40 coins that's going to be discussed here. We also have Trading Academy. We also have the emerging coins analysis, which what I told you we usually have on Thursdays, 10 p.m. Nigerian time and 7 a.m. Australian time. You can check your own time, that's 10 p.m. London time, and all. You can check your own time, the time that suits the according to time, the frame different, so that you can connect and join us. It's amazing. It's amazing. So now, going to the next one, that is ProArcade, the value, the content of ProArcade. That's what the top 40 coins you mentioned, full report, PDF. What is the value? That is $1,000. Just that one alone. Just that one alone. Can you imagine that? That is amazing. $1,000. $1,000 for that. And the next is top 40 coins market sneak report. This is full report, this is sneak report. Just that fast report here, I'll give you, analyze those coins for you. How much is that? What is the value? About $1,429. The next one is Credit Life webinar. What I told you every Thursday, $749. Mentorship, $4,378. Yes, mentorship is not for joke. It's amazing. Blog post, $500. Structured coins analysis, $497. Trading Academy, $700. Emerging coins analysis, $2,497. If you add them up, how much is that? $11,750. Friends, do you think that this is much? A lot of people will tell you, yes, it's too much. I'm not going to get the money. This. But can you remember those percentage profit we make over $400,000 US within the space of 1 year? So if somebody said bring $11,000 and get this information, if you have it, will you say no, I'm not interested? If you don't have it, don't you think you can go and borrow if you're sure you're going to get that back? Yes, but you know what? Today said we got it back. We gave you a whole lot of discounts, a whole lot of discounts, and give you the price that is very low. We're going to show you that. Now, for you to become part of that, you don't need to pay that $11,000 and above. You just need the enrollment fee, which is one time. You also have a 2 months free subscription added to it, or pre-arcade. And you also have the subscription, which is the product you want to buy for pre-arcade, 12 months, which is $1,000. Can you see that? Yes, $1,000. And you also have 6 months, which is $550, and we have 3 months for $300. So we consider those that may not have the bulk money to buy. But if you have the money at hand, go for the first, which is enrollment plus $1,000, honestly, to save you a whole lot later. I'm going to tell you why I said so. Now, exciting hot sales or news, hot pre-sale offer. Buy pre-arcade during pre-sale. Why? Why should you buy it? Why should you buy during pre-sale? Look at this. We have the available slots. We have the product access period. We have the price advantage now and after. Look at the Diamond Park. We have only 500 slots. But now, these 500 slots have been there for a while. So I doubt if we even have up to 50 slots right now. So the earlier, the better for you. If you buy it, product access period is 2 years. How much are you going to pay? $1,250 now. But after now, you're going to pay $2,250. Royal Park, 500 slots. That is what was originally there. 1st of September this month. Now, I don't know how many slots that is remaining, if it's 50 or 10 or 1. How much are you going to buy that? The product access is 1 year, 6 months. How much? Now it's still $1,250, but after now, $1,800. While the next is Golden Park, 1,000 slots. 1 year plus 3 months. That's what you have, the access, product access. If you pay now, after now, $1,550. The question is it not better you buy now and save more money than waiting with your money, and at the end of the day, you still pay more? So the earlier, the better, and even the best. Take your spot right now. Don't delay. Don't sit on gate, because what we have is real, it's huge, and it's happening live. Now, we also have Moon Arcade. I asked you to say moon before. Say moon. Moon Arcade. Moving from floor to the moon. You know, a lot of people are going to the moon now. The Bezos went to the moon and came back and take over the richest man from Elon Musk. So when we get to the moon, what do you think will happen? Yes, we may not take over from them, but at least we have to move from where we used to be to where we are deciding to be. How about that? I think it makes a lot of sense. So done for you to spot the new crypto projects that could do 1,000x and more. Get frequent buying opportunities. Buy at the floor, enjoy through crypto world. Yes, what a whole lot. 1,000 for the pre-sale. That's what is going on. 1,256 months after pre-sale, $2,000 after pre-sale. The question is, what are you going to do? Buy it now and save more. Our offering, have the pre-arcade, moon arcade to be the master trade house. That's what we have for you. Which one do you want to purchase right now? We've just showed you pre-arcade, just showed you moon arcade. We have to be there. We have master trade. We have trade house. Any of them, just connect to the person that invite you here and say, please, I want to take any of them and make a whole lot of profit and know what's going on, because knowledge is what separate the rich from the poor. While the poor is working with ignorance, the rich working with the right knowledge and information. So knowledge is more important than even money. Yes, I tell people that money flows where there are more value. If you have more information and know what you're doing, money comes to you. You attract the money, not struggle for it. Now, incontestable conclusion. Seeing what is possible with knowledge and professional guidance in tonoit, it is therefore impossible to subscribe and follow the system without an exit from lack into financial freedom in the shortest possible time. In the shortest possible time. Did you get that? That's why you said, you don't need to contest it. You don't need to contest it, because you have seen this. We didn't just expose you to a system that is there. We also showed you how we can be with you if we mentor you to your journey to wealth. Now, finally, with or without this, look at this quote here. With or without me, I love that me, this space moves on. We heard about crypto today, 8 and 9 and 10. Some people have not taken their position, but what is happening? the crypto is still moving forward, moving forward. So with or without anybody, crypto is moving because those who are interested, and you look at the companies, institution we talked about that time, where they put in 6 point something trillion dollars into crypto. So how many of us have that kind of money? Talking about $1 trillion. How many of us have that money? So the question is, are you going to take your spot now? Are you going to wait until that right time comes? Remember, there is never a right time until you take the time and make it right. So thank you very much for listening. Well, this is not the end. Here we have just showed you what we have. Yes, but then, do we have some persons who have been benefiting from here? The question is, yes, yes. We have a whole lot of people, a whole lot that have benefited, that made some profit, crazy profit, with both holding, trading, and all. So we're going to call somebody who's very special now. I'm going to stop the sharing my screen. I'm going to call someone who is amazingly special. I know he's going to share with us his experiences with crypto. In fact, this man, I call him the prof because he just came not a long time, but he has shown us that he has a whole lot to benefit here and to give the community too. I know some of you might be itching. Who is that person? Who is that person? Yes, no other person than Mr. Stallone Oberemi Summer. I know he's set to tell us what is benefit, what is testimony with regards to crypto space and to know it as a community. Mr. Stallone Oberemi, the floor is yours. Let's hear you. Let's hear you. Let's hear you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Levi Johnson. That was an electrifying presentation. My friends, I want to start with a quote by E.A. Okanieri. He said, sometimes we can make our own opportunities. Sometimes we can see them coming. But more often than not, they are like pop quizzes. They sprung on you like a challenge to test your skills, almost like a dare to see if you can take that leap of faith to make whatever it is a success. Here's the thing, according to him, if you wait too long, an excellent opportunity might just slip away. Now that almost happened to me. My background, I'm an HR person. I've been in HR for about 13, 15 years before I left 9 to 5. And then I started coaching, mentoring, consulting, and all of that. But then the economy actually took a hit on my business. And then I also decided to look online. One good thing about entrepreneurs is that we always fall to stand up. We learn from every opportunity that comes our way. We see challenges as stepping stones, not as stumbling blocks. So I went online and I did quite a number of businesses, quite successful, but I also experienced a lot of pains. And many of us may have been there, and that's why I'm telling you a bit of my story. I'm just going to tell you briefly. Many of us have been there. So I've been from one cryptocurrency business to another, from one online business to another, be it health, be it gold, be it diamond, be it all sorts of businesses. Cryptocurrency, mining, trading, all sorts. But here is one thing. In many of those cases, I was not personally involved in the value creation process. You see, whenever you're not involved in the value creation process, you cannot control the outcome. Whenever you are not involved in the challenges, you are not involved in solving the problems, you don't grow. Because I believe that whatever challenges you grows you. So I was one of those people who was also giving my money to other people. All right, go do business for me, go trade, and then give me some return on investments. And I also got a couple of friends also who were, oh, Stallone, what are you doing? One of the things, okay, cryptocurrency, we don't have the time. Let's just give someone our money to go and trade for us. So we went in there and we started, and it was good, like 10%, 20% per month. And then suddenly On the second week of December 2018, something happened. I was in Port Harcourt. I was doing some training for a company when my wife called me and said the worst has happened. And I said, what was that? My friends, everything that we've worked for, everything, I tell you the truth. The reason I tell people this and they think I'm just joking. No, I'm not. My wife is my friend. She probably would have said, okay, you know what, man, this mistake is just too much for me to carry. And we lost everything. What I mean, we lost well over $400,000 to people, to someone, go trade for us. And that really affected us economically. Now, was it bad to give somebody your money to go and trade for you? Of course, no, you're sending your money on an errand like we thought, but are there pitfalls that we neglected, that we ignored? My friends, it brought emotional pain, mental pain. At some point, even my ego as a person was affected. As a man, when it becomes challenging for you to do certain things you used to do without thinking because you're financially trapped, and you start to sell things in order to stay afloat. Now, this is a tweak. 2 months down the line, I heard about this very opportunity we're talking about in 2019, but I didn't pay attention because I allowed the emotions of what has happened in 2018 December to becloud me. And then I gave my money, the remaining money that I had, to someone again, okay, because I believe that, okay, somebody told me you could actually only recoup through a place like Forex trading. Give it to people that know how to do that. And 6 weeks down the line, boom, that again went down the drain. And then another idea came, I went into fish farming, said you can make 100% in like 6 months. I went and sold some other things to go into fish farming. But because I wasn't settled, 6 months down the line, boom, my fish farm went under. Everything gone, fish dead, everything. I couldn't even sell the ponds. It was that bad. And then COVID-19 struck in 2020. Remember, I'd neglected this very opportunity we're talking about. Then COVID-19 struck in 2020, and that completely brought me to a grind. And then we survived that until 2021. Somewhere around February, when a friend of mine approached me, Legend Victor, and I appreciate him a lot. And when he invited my wife and I for dinner, I was completely reluctant. I didn't want to go there. But my wife nudged me, and then we went there. Just let's go out. But when we got there, I was blocked. I wasn't ready to listen. Like most of us would do. Tell me what you want to tell me. What is it you want to tell me that I've not heard before? So I didn't want to listen. So my wife kept nudging me. Why don't you open your mind? Why don't you listen? It took him like 3 hours to get through my wall, because we talked about a whole lot of things, but I was waiting for him to pitch a business opportunity. I was going to tell him to stop. But he did something amazing. He showed me the numbers, what cryptocurrency could do, what people who took action in 2019, the positions that we did not take, those who took those positions, what happened with their funds, how they have grown out of that pit, the financial pits. And for a moment, wisdom spoke to me and said, listen, drop your ego and listen. And so that's what I'm telling all of you. If you were invited by someone to this place and you're saying, oh, that's one of those things I've heard before, I tell you the truth, listen. So I started listening. Then by the time I started seeing the figures, because stories sell, but numbers tell, and you can't beat the numbers. So I had to start doing my own research for 3 nights. I came to realize that the problem was not cryptocurrency. The problem was the person I gave my money to make decisions, the people I gave my money to at several times, at different times, to make decisions for me. While they were paying me a certain percentage of the profit, I was bearing 100% of the risk. I was bearing the emotional risk, the mental risk, the risk of my family, the risk of losing friends. I was the one bearing all of them, but I was too blind to see that until this moment. Now, when I found out that this was the way, I asked 2 questions. Do I need to give my money to anyone to do business for me? And he said, no, you have control over your business. And again, what about the profit? You take all the profit, whatever comes. Do I get to learn? I said, he said, yes. So I looked at it and I figured it was good. Now came another challenge. I had no money. Remember, I'd lost everything. I was broke. I had no money to sign up. All right. And so it came down to, how do you get in? Listen, I figured out one thing, like Eric Worre would say. If you believe that a business opportunity is a way out of wherever you are to get the desired result, you will find a way. And like Robert Kiyosaki said, I want to paraphrase, that I have no money. It's like the excuse poor-minded people tell themselves to feel good. I have no money. It's the excuse that I come from a place where people say, I don't have money. But if somebody tells them that I would give you access to an interview to an oil company, but you need to pay 500,000 naira to get access to the interview hall, it's not like your job is guaranteed. They go look for the money to get access to that interview, not that their money, that the job is guaranteed, because they see a picture they can identify with. So when people say, I don't have money, yes, they may not have money at the moment. The point is, can you find a way? I was there. I had to talk to my wife. We had to find a way. We made decisions ordinarily my pride would not allow me to make. Fast forward to today. Have I recovered from everything I lost? I want to be very clear with you, no. But the point is, do I see a bright future? Absolutely, yes. Now I come to understand what cryptocurrency is. I'm still learning, but at least I can put my $100, my $50, my $20. I now know that when I make money, instead of go buy a new pair of shoes, buy this, buy that, I can just look for it. I now know cryptocurrencies to buy and not blindly. Many of us bought ICOs and all that, but we did all of that blindly. That is no more. Now I follow a team that has had 97.5% success accuracy in calling a good assets and tokens that we can buy, coins that we can buy from 2017 till date. As we speak, something is happening in the cryptocurrency market. My wife sent me a message and she said, now I respect Marius. Because he said something that even at our level, even as people who don't know about cryptocurrency that much, we doubted, because we were watching YouTube channels, people were saying the opposite of what Marius and his team said. But we see from yesterday till date, we're seeing the effect of his exact prediction. And he sent the message that, look, we're still holding our stand. So I see a future where in a year or two, we'll be out of whatever financial pit or trap we find ourselves today. I see a position where I'm able to help people. And what am I benefit? That's my personal benefit. What about talking to people when it comes to the IBO part? Because there's a part of the business that you can become an independent business owner. Why is that part? Why is it making sense to me? Because I do not need to go to my bank to collect some money to buy cryptocurrencies. I do not need to collect money from my pocket to buy cryptocurrencies. Again, I can grow a business, a cryptocurrency business from within the tonoit community by educating other people, by telling them my story from the bottom of my heart sincerely, that look, my friend, don't give your money to someone else. I can show you where you have to pay for your subscription, yes, but it's worth it because you have control over your funds. You take 100% of your profit. And I'm glad that I've been able to help friends. They are seeing the results. And they're coming back and they're saying, thank you, Stallone, for not shutting up, for not keeping quiet. There is nothing that can buy that. Finally, my friends, if you are coming into this community, this is not a community for daily bread. If you're looking for daily bread, I don't think this is the place for you, all right? This is a place where you look to create impact, where you look for significance. This is a place where you say, I've learned something, now let me impact the lives of other people. This is a place where you say, I'm willing to wait for 6 months, for 1 year, and then boom, it's just going to be an explosion, and you see this pendulum effect, and boom, 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 boom. And then you make so much that you are out of that struggle stage, that survival stage. You want to get to the point where you're thriving, where you're significant. You go into a city and people are saying, I want to pay for your hotel bills. I want to take you around town because you impacted my family. This is the place. This is not the place to run around. So that has been my experience. I could go on and on because I'm so excited. And I encourage all of you here, if you were invited by someone, go back and tell the person, thank you. Remember, my friend persisted for 3 hours. My wife had to nudge me. I can guarantee you that if not for these two persons, I probably won't be here today. I was planning to do something else. I went into social media marketing, was planning to, that's also a good thing, but man, you cannot compare that to cryptocurrency. No, you can't, especially when you have guidance. All right, Mr. Levi, I can go on and on, but I want to stop here and hand the microphone over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stallone. I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. I know that what you're saying is just the truth. In fact, you are trying to be very reserved. I understand. You know, you said something. Have you gotten all the money you lost? No. But where are you now? You are happy. And permit me to say, you're not even in Lagos right now. You're out to impact life somewhere to show that it's only when you're happy you can impact others. Well, how do I mean? It's only when you have impacted yourself, that's when you can impact others. When you're broke and handicapped, you need help. You can't assist anybody. You see, and Stallone also said something. He said, this space is not for those who are looking for daily bread. How do I mean? Does it mean that if you're very broke, you can't come here? No, you can come, but then you have to have the patience and the ability to wait. Because there's one saying that says that savers are losers. It might sound contradictory, but savers are losers, but investors are gainers. How? If you don't have the patience to invest and wait a little, you may be in a hurry and keep on working for those who have invested and wait with frustration, with anger, with agitation. Thank you very much, Mr. Stallone. We know we have a whole lot of your testimonies, but we want to be very brief. So we're going to stop here with you while we are going to talk about the second part, very brief. And since you mentioned IBO, what is IBO? How can you get this information? You can imagine you use $1,000 to purchase a coin that do 10x. That is $1,000 times 10. How much is that? $100,000. How will you close your mouth when your neighbor asks you, you change your car, you move to a new apartment, you say, nah, God, though, it's God, though. Don't you think you are not a good person? Yes, it's God, but can you show the person, yes, there's something I have done that I'm not the one paying you the money. The money is in the cloud, connect with the right information you get. So we are going to move to Mr. Stallion. Let him show us about the IBO. Please, Mr. Stallion, are you ready for us? Show briefly what we can benefit from the IBO. We want to hear your voice and your testimony. Thank you. While we hand over the space for you. Are you ready for us?
Yes, I am. All right, great stuff. So thank you very much. I want to quickly share this. I want to say that the IBO opportunity means this IBO means independent business owner. Now, this opportunity is not for people who do not have money. I like to correct that. This opportunity is for those who want more. You see, people think that, okay, I don't have money, that's why I want to get into the IBO. No, that's not it. I believe that it's for people who want more, people who say, okay, you know what? I can actually make some money from cryptocurrency and all of that, but I want more. Where I have the capacity to do $100, I want to be able to grow my capabilities. Rather, I have the capacity to do $1,000, but right now my capability is, look, what I have is $100. I want to move. I want to be able to feel, all right? I want to be able to get through and get $1,000 so that I can buy more assets. Now you need the IBO. The IBO is for also another set of people who say, I can't shut up. It's not fair for me not to tell someone that I found something that works. And so that's why I want to show you briefly. I want to show you how amazing this is, all right? So here is it, all right? So I guess you can see my screen. Now, this is it. I want to show you, this is example of what people have earned. $30,000, $16,000, $21,000 in many of these cases in the first month. But listen, why show you about people's results if I'm not going to show you about what they did in order to get that? But so let's get to how do you get paid. There are 6 ways I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about one. I really want to talk about one. Now look at this. There are 2 things that you need to do when you become an independent business owner. What you need to do is simple. First of all, you do not need to do anything different. Once you subscribe as a member of the community, you have a free access to become an independent business owner. Step number one is you sponsor 2 active partners. That's step number one. I said you need to do just 2 things. Stay with me. I want to show you something you probably haven't seen, haven't really considered before. You just need to do 2 things. Number one, get 2 active partners. Number 2, teach those 2 active partners to also get 2 active partners of theirs. Do you understand? That's all you need to do. Number 2, get those 2 active partners of yours, teach them to get 2 active partners of theirs. That's all you need to do. And your job stops there. Why did I say your job stops there? Because immediately that happens at this point here, immediately that happens, you hand over the baton. You hand over the baton to these 2 persons who are the first 2 persons that you brought. And what they need to do, having brought their first 2 as a result of your guidance, it means they have done the first level. All they need to do is also do the second level of guiding their 2 to also get their own 2 too. The moment they achieve that, they hand over the baton to these people here and their job stops. What are we trying to do? We're just trying to make it very simple, and it is quite simple. And what are we trying to say? Now listen, all you need to do is get 2 friends of yours, active partners as independent business owners. Teach them to get their own 2. Your work as it were stops there. Let them hand the baton over to them. They do exactly what you've done. Or let me rephrase, just everybody become a rising star. If this trend continues 2 by 2, just once, get 2 persons once. If this trend continues, that's what I found out. Everybody, step by step, for 12 months, this is what you're going to see. This is it. If this trend continues for 12 months, all right, this is your 12th month. I figured out that, let me take this away. I want to make this really short, all right? If this continues like this for 12 months, this is your 12th month, right? Okay, here like this. If you calculate here, this is just the barest, and this calculation, if you understand how this system works, this calculation is based on your team sales bonus alone, what most of us or most companies call your binary bonus, all right? You look at it here, it is based on your team sales bonus, or what most companies call your binary bonus. Now, if you take this calculation here from $368,500, if you calculate upwards to this point, you are having about 770,000 or so. But for ease of calculation and the shortness of time, let's assume this is $800,000. You make cumulatively for 1 year, following this principle of 2 by 2. Everyone get 2 once. Everyone get 2 once, and teach your 2 to get their 2 once. Active 2, and you follow through. If we do 800,000 and we multiply it by 500 naira today, we know that the dollar exchange rate is about 580, but to balance up, let's say we do 500. If you multiply this by 500, it becomes 400 million naira in 1 year. If you break this 400 million naira that you have accumulated in 1 year, if you break it down to 12 months, you divide this by 12 months, it will become about 33.3 million naira per month. Let me ask you, how many businesses and how many jobs can pay you 33 million naira per month? Remember, this is cumulative, not like you're making it from your first month, but we put everything you've made here in dollars from your team sales bonus alone. We're not talking about your personal sales bonus in case you sponsor more than 2 persons. We're not talking about your royalty bonuses. We're not talking about incentives. We're not talking about any other leadership bonus. We're saying just your team sales bonus. You are making on an average 33 million naira, 33.3 million naira per month. But like we all know, it just will not, this is just an example. In real life, it would not always be that way. What if you achieve 50% of what I've just said? That's going to be 16.5 million. But what if you achieve just 25%? That's going to be 8.7, 8.25 million. What if you achieve just 10%? That's going to be 3.3 million. I think 3.3, yes, I think so. I hope I'm correct. About, let's say 3 million naira. All right. That is what you are going to earn every single month. That is if you achieve just 10% of what I have said. Cumulatively, when you say I've worked for 1 year, this is on an average what I earned per month. So my question is, why would somebody leave this amount of money on the table? The other side is that, remember that on your first month, as you earn $60, you can actually put the $60. What we teach in our community is don't spend the money, put part of the money, even if it's $30 into buying a coin. And you make another $80, $180. You can put $100 into buying a coin. You do $500, you can put $300 into buying a coin. My friends, nobody gets wealthy in a day, but you can get wealthy daily by virtue of the actions you take deliberately. You make $1,140, you put $1,000 into buying coins because it's a 2-year journey. It's a 1-year journey for you. It's a 1 year and 6 months journey for you. So you are not looking for daily bread, you are looking for significance. That is what this gives you. And so what have we come to conclude? We have said the IBO system is the fuel. That's where you make the extra cash. For those who want more, it's not for everyone. For those who want more, that's where you make the extra cash. And then the cryptocurrency space, the blockchain technology space is the vehicle where you put the fuel into. And our destination is not daily bread. That's why we don't do, okay, do one trading, you're getting $1 per day. That's not what we do. Our destination is, I'd like to say financial freedom, but that term has been bastardized a lot by people who don't even understand what that means. So I'd like to say that our destination is significance and impact. That's where we're going. We want to create so much impact that our families and the people around us will not come back to struggling again. In the next 2 years, by 2023, September, where would you be? Looking back, would you say I was part of this but I didn't take action because I felt it was a game of 1 bring 2, 2 bring 1, and I'm not open to that. My friends, there's money to be made on this table. Genuinely, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme, all right? This is not to talk about the impact that the incentives that you get. My friends, by the time you become a director, all right, you have access to $10,000 that you can travel around the world with, to any part of the world with, $10,000. And then by the time you become an executive, you have access to a custom Breitling watch, all right, worth about $15,000, custom made. And this is where it gets exciting. By the time you become a chief executive, you have access. The incentive is a Mercedes-Benz. My friends, we don't give care. We don't give Chang'an, all this stuff. We are a Mercedes team. And then you get to the next level, you get access to a Mercedes Jeep. All right, we don't give all these cars that most of the people around or companies around give. We mean business here. Nobody, and another thing is nobody breaks down your benefits. Nobody cuts you off. Nobody flushes your points. Everything you earn is given to you, is paid to you. We do not have a dollar peg. Some companies you go, they say our dollar peg is 400 naira to $1. Whether dollar goes up or down, it is 400. My friends, we pay you with cryptocurrency. You take your money to your wallet, you go to P2P on Binance and you sell it at the going rate, the dollar naira exchange rate. The best thing you can do for yourself is not to earn in naira, earn in dollars, so that you can weather the weight of inflation that is ravaging our country. Friends, I must tell you, there's a whole lot. I could go on and on because I'm super excited. But let me hand the microphone over to my friend, Engineer Levi Johnson. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stanley. By me, that's amazing. I took one thing out. Live life on your own terms. Live life on your own terms. A whole lot of people are living life according to their pocket terms, according to their bank account terms, according to their asset terms. But then with crypto and with tonoit as a community, you can live life the way you want it. Thank you very much once again for that fantastic explanation of what, or summary of what IBO is all about. Remember, IBO is not just for you if you don't need more. It's for those that need more. I need more, Mr. Stanley need more, I know a lot of us need more. But then, if you're very comfortable, there's no issue. But then, can you make money with IBO? Yes. Will you make more money with IBO? Yes. Thank you once again. So now we have come to the end of the meeting tonight from here in Nigeria. So we would like to get questions from people. So if you have any question, please go to the chat